BRP's 13th annual Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals took place amid record attendance from November 28th to December 1st, 2012 at the KARTODROMO International ALGARVE.
Detach that race control between post 10 and 11 on the opening lap, car number 3.
Post 10 and 11, card number 371.
Portugal hosted Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals for the second time since 2006. The Rotax Max Challenge is the fastest growing kart racing series in the world. This year, a record 276 racers from 60 countries qualified for the Grand Finals. All around the world, 15,000 racers participate throughout the year in national competitions to qualify for the Grand Finals.
I think it has surpassed my expectations. It's an amazing event. It's an extremely awesome atmosphere, all in the paddock. All the countries gathered together here, competing for a world championship is just great.
With the amount of drivers we've got here this year in Portugal, that is stunning. And you have to say, you know, the Rotax family, the way the Rotax philosophy is about bringing people from all around the world who've made the top grade in their championship, in their national championships. You've got to think that's a very clever and a very good way of making the sport work of karting.
The same chassis, tires, and Rotax engines are used in each racing class of the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals, meaning that each participant has an equal chance of winning. The Grand Finals are a unique racing series since ability is all that counts. The most talented drivers in the world compete against each other in this fantastic event, demonstrating their excellent driving skills.
Hey guys, welcome to the 13th Rotax Max Challenge Grand Final. Especially for you today, we're going to test two of the karts and also the racetrack. And I'm going to test the Hasse DD2. And Michael, our test driver, which kart are you going to test?
I'm going to test the Mach 1 DD2.
Okay, do you think you can be faster than me?
We will see. Normally, ladies first.
Current Formula One drivers Jensen Button and Kimi Räikkönen started their racing careers with karts and Rotax engines. For many, it is the ideal first step into a career in motorsports.
The karts are running well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the Rotax engine performs really well around here. I'm looking forward to some good racing for the 13th Rotax Max Grand Final.
Drivers as young as 13 years old took part in the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals and gained international racing experience in the junior class.
That we're racing on here.
The logistics at the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals were impressive. Last year, the Rotax organizing team thought that the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals could not get any bigger. And yet, the 2012 event exceeded all expectations.
How are Rotax going to top this Grand Finals?
That's a difficult question, perhaps by the location which we have in mind.
The 2012 Grand Finals with 276 racing pilots and including the side event with 34 youngsters in the 125 Micromax category racing on a national level only were definitely the biggest ones ever. The 34 kids that came from Portugal and Spain had the chance to participate in an international event alongside their heroes.
When you see the older drivers, is that where you want to be in the future?
Yeah, yes.
And which class would you like to race?
In Formula 1. We have for klein een auto gekomen und mein Vater hat mir gesagt, möchtest du einmal Autorennen? Und ich habe gesagt, ja. Und jetzt bin ich hier.
What's your name?
Ich heiße Kilian.
It was a very nice opportunity to get together also those small drivers here.
BRP worked particularly hard to bring such an important event to the karting circuit in Portugal. The organizing team consisted of 100 people across 10 nations. 330 Rotax engines and over 300 chassis were provided by different chassis partners such as Burl, Sodakart, Hase, and new this year, Mech 1 from Germany.
Today we are producing on an area of around 2,500 square meters, chassis and chassis parts.
For the special national race, the 125 Micromax drivers, Praga equipped the youngest drivers with their chassis. More than 1,500 people attended the event, including drivers and their families, mechanics, staff from the chassis manufacturers, and BRP staff. For those who could not attend, they could follow the action via social media, live TV, etc. The spirit of this fabulous event really came through. All participants found the best conditions to follow all the actions, including a complete paddock structure with space for every team. This helped the teams and drivers focus on the competition itself.
I come back because I think it's the best place to be, because the grand final is the must for me.
The track is absolutely brilliant. It's a very high-speed track, but then there are also many technical corners, and there's so many places to pass.
After 2 days of registration, the welcome party was a relaxing event for the participants. All drivers, crew, and staff were invited to the Hotel Alvorbaya and had a great time, especially during the Mojo Tire Changing Contest, the hotspot of the night. Mojo tires are offered by BRP for its entire karting product line. They are used in Rotax Max Challenge races all over the world. Since the launch of Mojo tires in 2005, BRP has developed special tires for its different race categories as well as for wet conditions.
This is the biggest event Rotax have hosted since the Grand Final started in 2000. How does this feel for Rotax?
Yeah, of course we are proud. It's always a challenge for us to improve. I think we have seen great events in the past, but I think for this one we really have achieved to top the last one even.
The Grand Finals started with the warm-up and the first qualifying heats. The Drivers' Parade. The most colorful event during the Grand Finals was held after the morning qualifier. All teams walked on the track wearing their race suits and carrying their national flag and helmets.
Former Yugoslavia, they are Patrick Pastorak, Merek Kromi, and Sandor Yakan.
After the presentation of all drivers and countries, it was time to determine the champions for all 4 categories, as well as the Nations Cup.
And when you see, the big tent with all the mechanics and the young racer, it's really, really enthusiastic to see that. For us, in all the product line that we are involved with, we're trying to be close to the customers. And if we can organize an event where we bring the customer together, we understand their need, we understand what they like, their passion, and we can design better product to fulfill their needs.
Rita, you can open the gates. Thank you, Thomas. Excellent. Thank you. We are racing. We are racing. Timekeeping clear on race 21. Guide race control. Control, get your limit point. Faster this round.
Clear front.
There.
19 is now clear.
341 into 342, I believe, between 6 and 361, sorry, 363 and 351 are not on the grid, working with 2 holes on the dummy grid, so they're not out in the race. 363, 351.
The final victory of the junior class was taken by the Brighton Harry Webb, who started 22nd and completed a fantastic race. He left Geno Esmeyer from Holland and Parker Thompson from Canada behind him.
How does it feel to be a world champion?
Something very different, honestly. Starting from 22nd as well. Thought I had no chance, but just kept going.
The Australian Max driver, Pierce Lehane, completely dominated the practice sessions, but he lost his edge in the qualifiers. It was Charlie Eastwood from Ireland who won the final race.
It's the first time I've been to our final. It's a whole new experience, and if you said at the start of the week I was going to come out world champion, not many would believe it, so it's good.
4 drivers in the DD2 Masters category, Cristiano Morgado, David Griffith, Scott Campbell, and Gonzalo Gaivo, battled for the victory right up to the last lap. Once the dust settled, Cristiano Morgado from South Africa was left holding the palm.
It's gone really well and I won, and I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy, and thank you to everyone that helped me.
It was finally time for the last race of the DD2 category. Some say it is the most prestigious class within the Rotax Max Challenge. Despite the great performance from the Belgian driver Zenderu, who was second after the qualifier, Ben Cooper from Canada won the race, his 3rd such victory.
3 times world champion. How does it feel this time? The same, better, different?
More stressful. I think my age of my life has been cut by 10 years. I think that was the hardest race I've ever done, and I lost for words. Just I wasn't quick enough to win, but I just had to race my heart out.
The Nations Cup went to the United Kingdom, 2nd place to Canada, and 3rd Australia. The Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals 2012 concluded with the drivers' party at the Discotheque Cathedral on Saturday night. The hot spot of the night was, once again, the finale of the Mojo Tire Changing Contest.
How do you think this is the biggest event that BRP have held so far for the Grand Finals? How do you think they can top it next year?
It needs to be seen. It needs to be out there, and people need to discover what it is, because it's just a great event.
And if the Grand Finals could be held anywhere in the world and it was your choice where they were held next year, where would you hold them?
North America would be a good start.
Sweden, of course.
Maybe in America.
Jamaica, where it's sunny.
It's hard, it's somewhere warm, it's a bit cold here.
I think I would probably say Germany.
And BRP have hosted the biggest event since the Grand Final started in 2000. Now, we're still here in Portugal on the westernmost part of Europe. The reason we're here is across the Atlantic Ocean is where we'll be next year, in the USA, in New Orleans.
Do you know why the Rotax Max Challenge karting series became so successful? It is because people from around the world got involved. BRP wishes to thank everyone supporting the Rotax Max Challenge. including drivers, mechanics, organizers, distributors and dealers, families, sponsors, friends, and all other supporters.